Two drivers and a passenger are lucky to be alive after a high-speed crash in Sydney's inner west. At 4:30 this morning, two cars collided in Concord, sending one vehicle 20 metres away from the impact site and flipping it upside down against a traffic light. Amazingly, the driver and passenger, both in their 20s, climbed out of the flipped ute before being taken to Royal Prince Alfred Hospital. Police are investigating. Independent crossbenchers have met with representatives from the alcohol industry this morning, calling for tighter regulation on products marketed to underage drinkers. The calls come as an alcoholic or hard version of well-known soft drink Solo hits the Australian market. Kylie Tink is the independent member for North Sydney and joins us now from Canberra. Thanks for joining us as the bells are ringing behind you. You don't have to go anywhere, do you?
Yeah.
No?
No,
okay.
it's okay.
Is the alcohol industry deliberately marketing to minors here?
Look, I think what we have here is potentially just a really bad decision. We have a product that looks like a soft drink, it has the same name as a soft drink, it tastes like a soft drink, yet it's now been launched with an alcoholic version. So I want to see the best in all circumstances, and I think in this case this is potentially just an example where a company's ambitions have been misaligned with what consumer expectations are. But it's pretty, this just doesn't pass the pub test for me.
The industry itself says, or the maker of Hard Solo says, it states very clearly that it's alcoholic, it can only be bought at licensed places. So what's the danger here?
Well, it comes back to the fact that, young Australians are seeing Solo on the shelves from the time they're very young. So you walk through a supermarket aisle now and children will recognise Solo. This is a much-loved brand across our Australian culture. It's been in the market for years and years and years. So I think there's some disingenuity here is where you can't say that a brand that is so well recognised in Australia can simply go alcoholic and young people won't be attracted to that or won't feel comfortable making that step to drink this product. So if I come back to the fundamentals, it's that it looks like Solo, it tastes like Solo, it's called Solo, yet it now has alcohol in its basic product. And that just doesn't meet, I think, what we want to see in terms of Australians' relationship with alcohol.
What regulations are you calling for and how receptive is the industry to it?
Well, first and foremost, I think today's conversations have been about self-regulation and whether self-regulation works. And there are a lot of areas in our economy at the moment that are self-regulated, be they soft plastics, product packaging, be that sugary foods, be that fast foods. Alcohol is one of those areas that is self-regulated at the moment. And self-regulation only works if the industry expectations and community expectations are aligned, and then government plays a role in keeping that dynamic attention alive. The conversations we had this morning with those who represent the industry were really positive. We talked about the challenges that the industry faces in terms of the rapid change in marketing, the fact that young people are getting served up alcohol ads as they scan through either TikTok or the social media platforms. So we talked that out and really agreed that we need to work together to close these loopholes and try and protect young Australians because, in Australia we've had perhaps a fractious relationship with alcohol over our lifetime, and I think we are at a point as a nation where we want to be able to move forward where we can enjoy an alcohol beverage appropriately, but we don't want to be inadvertently creating market opportunities for young people to fall there too soon. Fundamentally, the question I've got is if you can't taste the alcohol, why have the product?
Kylie, just on that point about our relationship with alcohol changing, an interesting stat coming out of the Women's World Cup is that non-alcoholic drinks are being bought at stadiums far greater than alcoholic drinks. So do you think that signals a societal change within our country?
No, I'm not convinced it does. I mean, when you look at the crowds that we've been seeing at all of the women's soccer matches or football matches, it's extraordinary to see the diversity of the people that are showing up to those games. There's lots and lots of families attending those games. So I think I'd be surprised if it was alcoholic beverages that were dominating the sales in that sport environment. For me, we'll see if there's been a cultural shift when we go to this year's Melbourne Cup. If we get to the Melbourne Cup and we're not drinking as much alcohol, then maybe I think we've got a case to make that society has moved on. But until we get that significant reform in those sort of mainstream events, we still have to maintain vigilance in this space as a society and make sure that we are constantly working towards being the country we want to be.
Well, let's see if the gardens at the Melbourne Cup are still being fertilised after the event as people make their way out. Thank you. Thanks very much, Kylie Ting, for that. Really appreciate it. Up next, the